Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So something different here. We had an attack on the Iranian nuclear sites that Israel brought out, a preemptive strike. And we all saw it coming. And I just want to say this, guys. This is leading to a coalition here. This is all prophetic and biblical. It's getting bigger and bigger, and it's leading to this great war. I don't even know how to wrap my head around all this because it's all so fresh. But Israel made an attack. They made a fresh attack on the Iranian nuclear sites. And Iran's threatening, we're going to get you back. And they're threatening these ballistic missiles that can go into Israel and cause some damage. So one thing is, first off, we want to pray for Israel, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. The Bible says for us to do that, to pray for Israel, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. And there's a blessing that follows you when you do that. But guys, I wanted to say, this is crazy. The stuff you see happening right now is all biblical. The Bible in Ezekiel 38:39 talks about this coalition, this war brought against Israel from the Gog and Magog with Persia, and which is modern day Iran, Turkey, and all these other players. They're going to make this attack on Israel, and it's leading to that. You see the coalition with Turkey and Iran. You see even Russia getting involved, which is one of the main players, right? Gog, Magog. They're one of the main players in this battle. Matter of fact, they are the main player, I believe. And it's directly north of Israel. And I just want to say this. The attack was made, and Iran has said, we're going to attack you back. And that's why the United States, we had to bring all of our troops and all of our embassies out of Iraq, Kuwait, and all these other places, because we knew Israel was going to make the strike. And Iran threatened, hey, if any strike's made, we're going after you, USA, and all your embassies. And we knew Israel was going to make that attack, and they did. So I just want to, listen, when you see this stuff happening, when you see the wars that's described in the book of Matthew 24 and in Luke, when you see the wars and you see the rumors of wars, the Bible says to look up, start paying attention to the times, because we know that our redemption is drawing nigh. Jesus said it. You're going to have troubles, you're going to have tribulation, but take heart, I've overcome the world. He also said, when you see this stuff happening, to rejoice. I believe truthfully, we're getting to that war. We're getting to the battle of Gog and Magog. That's crazy that it's happening in my lifetime, but it's really happening. I believe this is the generation. Israel was regathered. And the Bible says that after they're regathered, years later will come and there will be a coalition. And we see that happening. Look at the ring of fire surrounding Israel. Look at Russia and Iran coalition. They just signed this gathering. They signed this pact, to form these military, practices and stuff. They're coming together economically, and they're fighting against things to go against sanctions and this and that, because they figured out, hey, we're better off united. And then you have Turkey. Turkey don't like Israel. Right? They've made that very clear. Well, guess what? Who's the key players? Turkey, Israel, Iran, some say Yemen. And there's many other little players all around. And they're all going to make this attack on Israel. Well, it just so happens to be Israel made this big strike. And guess what? They ticked them off. Iran's ticked, and they have an alliance with Russia right now. And Iran has an alliance with Turkey. And Russia and Turkey, they're all starting to come together. You even see China. That's another battle. I believe that's the Battle of Armageddon, where you have that 1,000,000-man army or 100-million-man army, which China plays a huge part in that. But you see all this stuff happening, and when you see this stuff happening, we have to start paying attention to what Jesus said. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. So I'm not saying get excited about the wars, because it's not exciting to see people get hurt and stuff like that. I got to be careful with the type of verbiage I use on YouTube. But when you see people get hurt, if you know what I mean, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to see the chaos. I don't like to see wars, rumors of wars. I don't like to see people getting hurt in earthquakes, pestilence, in diverse places. I don't like that. But I can say this, Jesus gives us hope in the midst of the chaos. He says, hey, to rejoice. I'm coming back. He says, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go, I'm coming back to get you. That's exciting to me. That's encouraging to know, even though it's crazy, Jesus is going to handle that. But you're going to see this stuff escalate. You're going to see it get crazy. So start paying attention to the times. Israel made a huge strike in Iran. Iran's going to possibly counter a strike pretty quickly. And they said they're going to do it a lot worse than they've done recently. So we got to pray for Israel. So the main thing here, guys, pray for Israel. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Israel had to make this strike. They had to go after those nuclear sites. Because what was Iran going to do with those nukes? Come on now. We all know. We have the greater Satan, the little Satan. They want to wipe them out. And that can't happen. We had to be proactive and make a preemptive strike to nullify the threat, cancel it out. But there's going to be retaliation. And that's where you pray for Israel. Right now, they're all taking shelter. Benjamin said, get ready, take shelter, because they know Iran's going to make their move. So right now, who knows? They might have already made it. They might have already made the move. I don't know. But start praying for the peace and protection of Israel. And guys, I promise you, Genesis says it. When you bless Israel, you too will be blessed. That's a biblical promise from God. Not my words. That's God's words. So guys, pray for the peace of Israel. Be encouraged. Be blessed. Pray for Israel. Look up as you see this stuff happening. Rejoice because your redemption draws nigh. Take care and God bless.